Hey, what up guys? Welcome back to another video. Yes, this is audio. It's just an audio video. It's not really a video. It's just like a radio program. Boom, baby. Welcome back to another video. What is up, mother? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Metallica. With Metallica! You know, the greatest metal band of all time. And a lot of people will say it like this. Anything after the Black Album, Metallica sucks. The Garage album sucks. The Saint Anger sucks. The Load and Reload sucks. And the S&M record sucks. So did the last album that they made sucks. It doesn't suck, man. I think Metallica has some great songs on Reload and Load. I think they had great songs. And I think when you look at it this way, the S&M record, when they did it with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, some of that shit is actually really sounding really good. They're the only metal band that has the balls to go outside their comfort zone and play with musicians like that. You know, I don't know any other band that would have the balls to play with a symphony orchestra. You know, you got to be a great musician to hang and bang with those guys. Those guys know what they're talking about. They're like real musical nerds. They're not just some guy who picked up a guitar and can riff but doesn't know what he's talking about. No, they're really know what they're talking about. And they have the balls to do that. And there's some songs on their last album that came out that was pretty good. Like, I'll say Metallica, their last couple albums from the Reload album all the way to their last album that they just released, they all are 99% better than a lot of this pop music that is out there. Am I saying Metallica's the greatest band of all time? They're one of my favorite bands of all time. I'll give you that. I'm not saying they're the greatest band ever, but they do put out some great music. I love every album they ever did besides Saint Anger, because I don't like that trash can of a tom that he plays. It goes, tch, tch, tch. It just sounds horrible. And I don't know what he was trying to do. And I understand they were trying to go for that garage band, that extremely raw version of themselves, like sitting in the garage. And that's the way they made the sound make. And I'm not saying that it was a great album. It was raw, as in it was great. I think it was one of the horriblest albums. That's why you don't really hear them ever play anything off of Saint Anger live, because no one wants to hear that trash can, tin can of a drum kit that Lars was doing. And that's why everybody now says Lars is a horrible drummer, which Lars is not a horrible drummer. He's great for that band. It's the same thing by saying, like, with Dimebag Darrell, would he have been good in Megadeth? Probably not, because he's not that kind of a guitar player. He's into the really heavy grooves and really heavy dun 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 woo, with like the little squealy harmonics. But at the end of the day, I think Metallica, their new album when it comes out, it's still going to sell 1 million records. It's still going to go platinum, because Metallica is always going to be doing that. If you want to see a really good live performance, type in Metallica the night before the Super Bowl, I think it is. You can find it on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description box. It is a really phenomenal performance. James Hetfield's voice is on point. The whole band sounds good, and they're playing in front of like 30,000 people in front of the San Francisco crowd, and they were really on point. So, as always, I think Metallica is a great band. I think the Black Album was an okay album. I think it's so played out. I really do. I think it's one of those albums by Metallica that is extremely played out. When you hear Enter Sandman, that is the most played out song I've ever heard. I hate it. If I was there live when they played it, I would leave the stadium. I'd bounce. I would just go in the bathroom, or I'd do whatever I had to do, get a beer, get a drink. I would leave, because I can't stand that song. It was one of my favorite songs of all time, and then you just hear it over and over and over and over, and it gets to the point it's repetitive. There's songs that I can hear from like Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, that are played as much as this song, but it's not as annoying. This song is always annoying. It's not a great look for Metallica. It's not a great song. But I will say this, guys. I do love the fact that the Black Album took them to the mainstream. It took them to a bigger, better thing. I don't care if they were considered a sellout or not. They are what made thrash metal really popular, because you had Motorhead, then you had like Venom, and then you had Metallica. Metallica was that guy, that group that took it to the masses. If you go back in the 1980s, Metallica was looked at as like one of the heaviest bands ever. They were like the Cannibal Corpse, the Lamb of Gods of their time. But if you hear them now, like you hear like anything off of like Ride the Lightning, you're like, well, that's heavy, but it's not extreme heavy like you hear today. But I'll say this, like I said, I love Metallica. I love, like, the best songs I like by them are not even their heaviest songs. You know, I like Welcome Home Sanitarium, One, King Nothing, and I definitely love Fade to Black. But I definitely love Sanitarium. That is one of the best songs ever written. It doesn't matter if it's a metal song or a pop song. It's the greatest song in my mind that was written. And it's, like I said, it's not one of the heaviest or fastest songs Metallica's ever done. But a lot of people are so close-mindedness, they don't even go back and listen to the 80s stuff. They listen to the Black Album, and that's it. They go, well, the Black Album's the best Metallica album. No, it is not. There's way better songs than what was on the Black Album. The Black Album is more modernized, more, like, you would say more modernized, not thrashy. There was really no thrash metal songs on that. It was a very different look for Metallica. And like I said, I'm Trevor. And if you guys want to post stuff in the comment section below and smash that like button, it will definitely let me know that you guys love this video and love these videos and want to support this channel. Because without you guys, I'm not going to be making videos. So, I'm Trevor. Like I said, as always, keep it metal, keep it brutal, and I'm out of here, baby. Keep it metal. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. As always, I'm always on this channel. At least once a week, I upload a video. At least once a week, you see a new video on this channel. If I don't make a video for a while on this channel, that's very rare. There's some times where it might be 2 weeks that I go without a video, but usually I try to put something up here to entertain yo ass and let you know that I love what I do. And what I do is love making videos and little podcasts for you guys. So if you guys want to let me know what your favorite Metallica album is, I will definitely thumb you up and definitely hit you up in the comment section, because I love shooting the shit with you guys. So as always, I'm Trevor, and I'm out of here.